Greetings, Elder Blacklight. The name of this video is going to be called, we're going to be asking the question, why haven't all our established black organizations united with each other? All of them talk about unity, but why they ain't unite? Uh, why they not trading amongst each other? You know, why is cash flow that these organizations have, why are they not flowing in and out of their organizations? A lot of brothers got businesses. A lot of sisters got businesses. But they don't trade among themselves. And why do our YouTube media, journalists, whatever they want to call themselves, why they don't network with each other and have one narrative like the Caucasian? All of them network with each other. Most of them do. And they have an agenda, a promotion or a propaganda. See, propaganda don't mean negative or positive. It just means to promote an agenda or commercial or whatever. Now you see I got in the backdrop Brother Sinetta, Polite, Brother Eric. I'm gonna use these three brothers as an example. And then maybe on down the line I'm gonna use other brothers to show you where all of them come up with, very enlightened subject matters. All of them have, uh, a, you know, a good audience, but they're not advancing the cause of the black man. Now they'll show how the Caucasian is dogging us and how he's scheming on us, fooling us. That's how they get paid. They use, to me, how I think about it is that they use the word black power and the word black man and to attract those who want change in America. And some of these young guys, young men and women in the black community, some of this they never heard before because their parents haven't taught it to them. So they're attracted to it. Some of them been studying Malcolm. Some of them been studying Elijah and different leaders. And these brothers and sisters say they represent, it don't have to be Elijah or Malcolm. It could be Dr. Ben or any one of the scholars or so-called scholars or spokesmen or lecturers, even Reverend Sharpton or Jesse Jackson or Martin Luther King. But it could be Dick Gregory, any of them. But when they hear these lectures, it don't advance nothing. Matter of fact, all the businesses that black people have, especially now, in this time of Corona, most of them going to go under. You know, at one time, you know, black men, you know, especially in here in Detroit, 85% black. Shoot, man, we had it going on. We owned gas stations, you know, stores, food stores. But now the Arabs done took over. And the Arabs done claimed Dearborn, and you might as well say that's Arab town or Middle Eastern town, however they want to classify, categorize, and call themselves. Now these brothers here, a lot of you think they doing us some good. You know, you think they sending out some deep information. They don't get deep. Very few of them get as deep as I get. Now, young Pharaoh, he tried to be kind of deep. But all that money he got from subscriptions off of YouTube and some more hustles he doing, and him and Seti, you know, they're not changing nothing. They're not doing nothing but talking. I bet you, I wonder how many of them are growing their own food in the backyard. Because you know it's going to be a money shortage and a food shortage if they keep this going up, you know. And the money that, them stimulus checks that the people get, they're going to have to use that to pay their bills or stock up on some food or something. You know, they're going to give it right back. We haven't created an economic system within a system, not like the other ethnic groups, like the Chinese that's living in America. They got their own system. You very seldom see them down in welfare, the unemployment lines. You don't hardly see too many Arabs, although you do on occasion see Arabs or either Middle Easterners down in the welfare lines or whatever they call it now, family resources or whatever, human resource lines or whatever. And Jews, you don't see them down there. You see mostly maybe some black people and even a few Chicanos or Mexican Americans or however they call Spanish-speaking people. The brown brothers and sisters. Now the Indians, they on a reservation. Just the black people, mostly go down there. And before we occupied, we don't relate to one another. We don't try to unify with one another, except when we go to church, when we go to Black Power meetings or like that, which might as well be a church, or to the mosque, which might as well be the church. See, everything is passive now. Like in the 60s, everybody said, well, they messed up. No, in the 60s, we were fighting, and they came and silenced the voices of the 60s, and now y'all young brothers and sisters, don't have no studying of those brothers and sisters, the right kind of studying of them. And these brothers right here, they come in like they're gonna give you some deep insight, but they don't. They just argue and debate with one another. They argue, debate. Just like, for example, Brother Eric, he fell out with Farrakhan. Because Farrakhan fell out with Khalid. And how is Eric connected to Sinetta? Sinetta was a Panther with Khalid, And they think Farrakhan had something to do with his death. And then you got Brother Polite. Now, Brother Polite was with Dr. York. You know, all these brothers are very brilliant, but he's no longer with Dr. York. And what all three of these brothers got in common is the teachers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Because Khalid was a student of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad up under Farrakhan. And even York was a student. Dr. York was a student of the messenger, Elijah Muhammad, you know. And they want to change up. Now they want to be Kemites and, you know, but they love that dollar. Now, Sinetta, he got about almost probably $1 million worth of equipment or several $1,000s worth of studio video and sound equipment and broadcasting equipment, you know, that he got from the brothers and sisters off of YouTube. So I'm asking the question now, why don't he network with these other brothers, go in and have investigative news like the Caucasian, you know, you'll see them at the White House questioning the president. They press, you know, they selected, you know, but maybe, you know, if the brothers come together, network, you know, they might have a little more clout. And maybe they might not can't question the president, but they can question some of them other senators and congressmen. I mean, it's just a thing where there's no unity. And if the people don't see some of these established organizations and their leaders unifying and every time we get together, we argue with one another. You know, Tevin Smiley, and they be arguing. You know, ain't none of them come up with nothing. All they do is have these meetings and conferences, but they don't. In the meantime, they don't work together, creating nothing. Same with these brothers on YouTube. You know, most of them is con men running game on the people. But the people can't see it because they in the personalities. You know, they in the who do they like and who they don't like. I'm gonna get on out of here. This is Black Light. Think about it.